Ready.
All right, we'll go ahead and start off with Danielle. Danielle, go ahead.
Hi, buddy. Just to start, do you have any update on Charlie?
A little bit of a growing strain. We think it's mild. We'll know more tomorrow. Just checked moments ago. He said it feels pretty good. He got some treatment. I mean, we got him out of there at the right time. But I think we'll know more in the coming days. But we believe it's mild strain of the groin.
What was your assessment of Herman tonight?
Herman, really good breaking ball. I thought, his fastball had velocity. Again, probably not as sharp as we've seen him, but yet battled, threw pitches into the seventh inning, which was big for us. Our bullpen's been, a little bit frequently used lately. So it was good that he was able to pitch deep in the game. But I think the breaking ball was outstanding. I think the fastball at times was located. He got some outs with it. But I think tonight it was more about the breaking ball.
And Giannis and Daza has really come on the past two nights. What have you seen from him?
Oh, good solid at-bats. Using the middle of the diamond. Last night with a big hit late in to right center. Base hits up the middle. Quality at-bats. I think the baseline balls, there in the last inning was, something that, we're not seeing a lot from him, but, it looks as though he's really seeing the ball, which is what all hitters will tell you. When they're swinging the bat well and getting hits, they're seeing the ball really well. And he's in that spot right now.
And it seems like more so his confidence has really come up the past couple of weeks.
We were talking this afternoon. I think there's, he seems obviously more confident from the last couple of years. That's just growth of a young player or a lesser service time player. He still doesn't have a lot of major league at-bats. A lot of times we talk about, a player truly coming into his own at 1,000 at-bats or more. But he's in a good space right now. He really is. And he's a confident player with his swing and his defense. So, let's just see where this goes. But he's doing very well. Very proud of him.
Thank you.
Patrick Saunders.
Hey, buddy. You guys talked all spring training and early this year about the importance of stringing hits together. You've done it now for 2 consecutive nights in a really fine fashion. Is this what you wanted, what you were talking about?
Yes, I think, the first, 2-3 weeks of the season, we had a lot of guys, under their expectation. And when that happens offensively, you're not going to score runs. And if your pitching's, not at a level of, keeping the game close or near, you're going to suffer losses. And I think I said at one point, when a lot of the averages were down, let's wait a month, let's see where the averages are and see what our run production is. So, I think we're getting to that point now where we're seeing, quality at bats, to your point, strung together. Be it a walk, putting the ball in play, or deeper counts. I know we struck out a lot tonight, but look at Miley, what we did to him. We wore him down. A lot of deep counts, 3-1, 3-2, and then there was a couple of called strikes that I thought were good at bats. Borderline pitches. Or we walked, or we got a base hit, or we put the ball in play and moved runners. So, and that's what I really was happy about tonight was the at-bats against Miley. Here's a guy that's very efficient, and you look at his pitch and his innings. He was, close to 70, 75 pitches in the third inning. That's impressive at-bats. We wore him down, and then we got into their bullpen. But you got to string hits together. You got to put crooked numbers on the board. You got to deliver some key hits. And I think over the last, week to 10 days, we've seen more of that. And I think that's, something that we can look forward to moving forward with our offense.
And one more for me, a follow-up to Armand's performance. I'm certainly no pitching expert, but we talked so much about his fastball command and a little bit of his mechanics. He looked more fluid, more like Armand tonight than he has in a while. Did I see that right, or has he still got some glitches?
I thought that, in between pitches, there was just a little bit more composure. I thought the tempo through his windup was better. I thought the pace of his delivery out of the stretch was better. So, all in all, I thought it was a good out. He used to break him a lot, but we talked about, his tempo, especially when there's right, that he doesn't need to hurry up, and sometimes he gets a little fast. But tonight I thought he kept it together. He can probably comment on that, but I think will change in his Fossey and I talked to him about with him being maybe just a little bit taller, when he picks his leg up and starts down the mound. I think we talked about that a couple starts ago. We thought that maybe he was collapsing a little bit on his right leg, but tonight, all in all, I thought the tempo of his between pitches through his delivery was much better.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Go to Daniel Guerrero from MLB.com. Daniel, go ahead.
Hi, Bud. I know Garrett Hampson wasn't originally in the starting lineup and he got put in for Tapia. Just what is it like to see what he did, in that start and really fall a double shy of the cycle?
I think that I think Hampson was in the lineup originally. Trejo was not. Trejo got in the lineup because of Tapia. So I think Tapia was in the game no matter what today, leading off. But he had a good game. You saw a little bit of what Tapia can do. You saw the homer late against Doolittle. You saw the drag home base hit. You saw him, hit a slider for Miley to lead off the game for a triple. He had a really good game offensively. I think that, obviously he wants to, maybe get that strikeout back against the right-handed pitcher. I believe it was Hendricks. But all in all, he had, 3 really good at-bats, the homer, the lead-off triple to start the game and the drag run. So he saw a little bit of what Hampson can do. He used his legs, and there's a little bit of strength in the swing.
And then I know you mentioned this a little bit ago about having that offense against Luis Castillo yesterday, and then what the lineup was able to do against Wade Miley, who the last time out he threw a no-hitter. Just what is it like to see that offense come alive against these starters?
Miley's a good pitcher. At 2 ERA, I believe, or so maybe a little bit above him in the game. Castillo's got a big arm, and I thought our plan put together by the coaches and executed by the players was on point. So really proud of the group today and yesterday about executing the plan and the approach against 2 really different style pitchers. And that's what you got to do. Not every pitcher is the same. Not every attack plan is the same when you go into a game offensively. And I think you've seen 2 really good plans executed by our group today.
Thank you, Bud.
Okay. All right, guys. Anything else?
Yeah, one more, Tracy. Tracy, go ahead.
All right, Tracy.
But I mean, we've known that Hampson had versatility and speed. Is his power surprising you at all? What do you think has led to that?
There's, Trace, there's some bat speed there. There's some strength to this guy. A lot of guys that have speed, have some sort of power, right? I think you listen to track coach, listen to strength and conditioning people. A lot of guys who have speed also have some sort of power to be fast, right? I think there's something to that. And Happy incorporates that. I think, what he's working on, to become a really complete offensive player is, put the ball in play more, and maybe at times cutting down his swing, put the ball in play, and maybe use the the right side of the diamond a little bit more. But that's it's a work in progress. So it doesn't happen overnight. He's still a relatively young player, less than 1,000 at bats in his career, closer to 500. But a night like tonight, you see the speed with the bunt, you see the triple speed, and you see the power, which you saw last night as well. So there's a skill package there that's exciting. Once that he really gets his footing as a big leaguer, let's see where his career goes as well.
One last one. It's after the last two nights. Would you like to just see all games, 7 innings, even if they're single games and not double headers?
Not a bad idea, Trace. Through 7, it's been pretty solid. It's got a little dicey, obviously, last night, and the Suarez homer off Yancey, who did a really good job picking up Herman in the 7th. Just that breaking ball just didn't get down and away from Suarez, who has power. I think that breaking ball sort of spun out of his hand with Stevenson 2 strikes. But that's baseball. But in this park, as you all know, we've followed this team over the years. Anything can happen. And I think that, and that's sort of the beauty of here, right? And it's sort of the beauty of Rocky baseball.
Thank you, sir.